So, as you guys saw, I did pick up a N64. For some reason, I always want to say Super Nintendo. I finally picked up another Nintendo 64, and this one has the expansion pack on it. If you don't know, this just makes like the graphics better and makes some games able to play. And that's the main reason why I bought the thing, because that thing is it's really expensive by itself. And I paid about 15 bucks for that, and just by this, that justifies the price of the whole console. And today we'll be cleaning this. So I'm just going to unhook the power supply, set that aside, and to remove that expansion pack, what you want to do is you want to get like a little tiny one of these flathead screwdrivers, jam it in there, and just pull up. Maybe one that's a little bit bigger. Just go in there and just pull it up, and it should come right out. Just like that. Okay, the next thing you want to do is you want to get a video game bit or a Nintendo game bit. It's something looks like this. This is a 4.5mm one. After the NES, Nintendo put all these security screws all over the system because people were looking up in the N60 or the original NES, and people were making clones of them. So that's why they did that. Now what you want to do is flip it over, and you should see 6 screws or 7. There's 6 screws. One right here, 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 and here. Okay, I've gone ahead and unscrewed everything on the bottom. Now these little plastic feet thing right here, those will come right out. Pull those apart. Now what you can do is you can turn over the system, and these should be able to lift out. Just like that. You know, this looked very, very clean on the inside or on the outside. This is why you should always open up your systems. Look at that. Just complete filth. Let me turn on the light here. Look at that. Just horrible. The bottom's even worse. Look at that. Just horrible. Now all the screws on the inside, they are just standard Phillips screwdrivers, or Phillips bits. And on this little metal thing you can see, they just went to town and completely just overhauled on them. So I'm going to go ahead and unscrew all the ones on this plate. Just to show you again how dirty that is. Watch this. Look at that. Now that's just horrible. Now all the screws on this metal sheet are the same except for these 4 screws right here. Make sure you make note of which goes where. Now after you got all those done, there are 3 more screws. Actually there should be 4, but I think I'm missing one for some reason. Oh wait, no, that one goes with the one. So yeah, you should have 3 more screws left over. These 2 on the expansion port or the memory card area, and one right there. Now this thing should just slide right out. Go ahead and you can clean that. And you can clean the rest of this shield right here. And you want to go ahead and unscrew that screw, that screw, that screw, that screw, that screw, that screw, and that screw. That should lift up the rest of the board. You might have to unscrew these 2 right there. And another note, these 2 back screws, they're going to be bigger than these other screws. Make sure you keep those separate and make sure you know where everything goes. Alright, I just took apart the rest of the console. Let me zoom in here on this. Took apart the rest of the console, or the screws, and you could just lift the whole board right out. Oh my god. Look at that. This is just horrible. Looks a lot worse in person. Now you can remove this little plastic part right here for the light. Should just lift right out. You can remove this metal piece. I'll set this aside for later. Look at this board. And just take it apart like that. I'm just going to go around there with like a dry toothbrush. I'm just going to start scraping everything apart. And that should be it for the board. Just go around with like some alcohol too. Clean it up, make it look really nice. Get rid of all those freaking cobwebs. Now you want to take the top of your the console, and you'll just want to remove these two screws to free up this thing. It should just lift right out of there. Along with these two little flaps, they should come right out. Now you can go ahead and take the shell, take it to your bathroom, run it under some water, give it a nice scrub down. You want these as clean as you can get them right here. Now when you have your console all taken apart, right now is usually a good time to clean the contacts in the cartridge slot. You can also do this when you have everything all put back together. All you have to do is just stick this through the top of the cartridge slot. But what you need for this is like some card or credit card and some cloth and some alcohol. You want to put some alcohol on the cloth like so. Get it all nice and wet. You want to take your board and just slide the card in there like so, and that should clean it up, and this will make games more likely to read on the first try. Cartridge slot wasn't too dirty. Now just go to dry part of the cloth and just dry it out. Get probably about 90% of that moisture out of there. Right now I'm going to show you how to get rid of like names and stuff. What you can do, you can try washing that out and scrubbing it, but if that doesn't help, what you can always use is this great invention called Magic Eraser. This thing is magic. I love this thing. Watch how easy this goes. It scrubs out. This also works for like scuffs too. Boom. Gone already. It also removes scuffs, removes marker, but one downside of Magic Eraser is that it will remove some of the texture if you use too much. What it is basically like a very, very fine sandpaper. Don't use this over labels. Use it with lots of caution. Look how nicely clean that is now. It's like a whole new system. Now after everything dries, you can reassemble it, and then it's time for testing. Okay, there, I got everything all put back together, and there's one thing we can do to make this look a lot better. First thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to, there. That's from my other N64, and we're going to shine this bad boy up. What I believe, this is just my thought, is that once you wash this under water or hot water and soap, it removes some of the oils on there. And what we're going to do, what I believe replaces these oils if you polish this thing, especially with WD-40, or what you can use, you can also use Pledge, but I do not have Pledge at my house. Normally I would recommend Pledge, but you can always use WD-40. Works about the same, it's just a little bit wetter and slimier. Just spray it on a rag, and you just wipe it down. You can see the shine coming right back to it. I usually like to do 2 coats of this. There, I just got done applying all the WD-40 on there. And this thing looks almost brand new. Look at that. Now let's put it to the actual test. Does it work? Time for the moment of truth. I got Super Mario 64 in there. Turn it on. It's a me, Mario! And it works.
Hello!
Yep, fully functional.
Okie
This is actually going to be my main Super Nintendo console now. It's so much better condition than that one.
Yeah. Wah. Hoo-hoo. Wah. Oh. Wah. Wah. Hoo-hoo. Wah.
So thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye.